I got distro access with no store and $0 out of pocket, thanks to this one email. Warning, if you sell TCG and you don't have distro access, this story is going to piss you off. But then it might make you a little dangerous. I sell Pokemon and Magic the Gathering cards on happytigergaming.com. A couple months ago, I did over $9,000 in revenue without having my own distro and without using any of my own money. So yeah, I hacked the system a little bit, and a lot of it's thanks to this one email cracking a door open for me, so I wanted to walk you through what I did. Maybe it'll help you out. Selling TCG online is like being asked to win a race, but you can't buy a car until you've already won that race. Distributors gatekeep, and big stores get everything early. And if you're a smaller seller, you're either invisible or you're treated like a random flipper. Meanwhile, I go to Costco and I see guys mass buy Elite Trainer boxes just to flip them for $20. I thought there's got to be a smarter way to do things. So I ran a little experiment to see if I could impress a distro. I had to run this experiment without a storefront, without access to the newest sets of TCG, so I was stuck using the old sets, and I didn't want to take on too much risk. So here's what I did. A certain store has open orders. He has access to distro, and there's open orders. This is stuff that you can just buy as much as you want because it's probably cheaper on TCG Player anyway. It's old Magic the Gathering cases that nobody wants to buy. This stuff is open order because it doesn't sell out, and distro just wants rid of this stuff. I realized any store, any TCG club, anything is willing to work with me on this because selling open orders only makes them look good to distro. There's no negative side effect to that other than looking good. So I made a TikTok that ended up getting like 4,000, 5,000 views. This is it. TikTok, did you know that most investors are locked out of distribution prices? Today I'm opening a back door. My name is Jesse from Happy Tiger Gaming, and this might be the only chance you have at getting Magic the Gathering for cheaper than distributors are charging stores right now. Warning, this is only for the whales. This is only for the serious investors who want to buy the case. This isn't for the casuals. Reservations will not last long, again, until September 1st. This is a real offer for real investors. I'm literally giving away distro prices. Selling these as reservations let me get money for the open order before I spent my own money on the product. The customer already knew that this was going to take a while for them to get it. And I priced this below break even on purpose. And you might be thinking, you're leaving money on the table. I was not leaving money on the table. This experiment had to be done fast. The only way these open order products are going to sell is if I list them much cheaper. So in the ad, in the video, you saw I listed them as distro prices because this was cheaper than distro that people got them for. That's basically how I got the $9,000 in revenue without using my own money, without loans, without asking for favors, just a good offer. And after I had those numbers, I wrote a short email to different distributors that had never heard of me before. I didn't beg and I didn't flex. I just wanted to tell them the truth. I wanted to frame what I could do for them in a way that makes it seem like I'm an asset, not a liability. That I'm someone they want to work with and not someone who's only gonna beg for the hot stuff and not really help them in any way. So without further ado, here's the first email. It says, I sell TCG products to collectors and investors. This month I did $9K in revenue despite limited stock. 3/4 of my top sellers are older open order products that many stores avoid. I'm a business student finishing my degree in September and have a Harvard Business School Online Digital Marketing Strategy certification. I have an active email list of customers and 100% positive feedback on Google, eBay, and TCG Player. I'd love to work with you, if not today, then someday in the future when I scale to a physical location. Thanks for reading this. Short and sweet. After some back and forths and the email being flipped to different departments, I eventually got access to distro, just without TCG for now. So when they give you a distro account without TCG access, I look at that like a testing ground. And that alone is a win because here's the truth. The TCG industry and the distros, they don't care about your dreams. All they care about is if I'm a risk to their business. So I sent them this email framed this way to show them that I'm not a risk to their business. I notice a lot of new TCG sellers getting into the game. Maybe they're starting this year. They're waiting for permission to do things. They're thinking like, once I get distro access, my TCG business will work. But that's backwards. You have to make it work first. in order to get distro to notice you. I didn't have this small win because I asked permission. I had this small win because I acted like I was a real business, and then I showed them the receipts. I used a loss leader strategy. I used reservations, which are like a pre-order, in order to get money from my customers. I used that money to show that I had high revenue. And then I sent the email showing that revenue as proof that I can move boxes to show them that I'm a real business. My biggest fear is being in the TCG business and being in the same spot year after year, because I would rather move up, think strategically, and make high leverage TCG decisions that give me outsized returns. And this is one of those things where I could have kept selling on eBay and thinking of stupid things and like, okay, cool, I made 10% more this year. Or how about I do a crazy play and get distro access and now my foot's in the door. Things like that are what's going to move my business, at least in my opinion. There is a whole group of us, and I will say us because I still don't have TCG access, but there's a whole group of us that are just so frustrated with the whole system. We are doing the work and yet no one is taking us seriously. I'm building leverage with my TCG business and I'm making these high level decisions one sale at a time, one win at a time. So if you're still watching this, then you're one of the viewers that watched till the end and I want to reward you for that. I turned the email that worked for me into a template that might work better for you. So without further ado, subject, TCG sales, interested in future partnership. It sounds professional, but you can change this. This is not the header that I chose. That's the one thing I don't want to give away, my header. Hi, and then you need the rep's name. You need to know who you're emailing. If you don't, do more research, reach to them on LinkedIn, and when you message them on LinkedIn, you use their first name, right? My name is your name, and I sell trading card products to collectors and investors through TCG Player, whatnot. You put where you sell best here. I've been actively building my business, and while I'm early in the journey, and then you put what you think the most impressive stats are for your business. So sold 100 whatever on TCG Player, sold 100 singles on TCG Player, or moved to level 3 on TCG Player. I've built an email list of 50 engaged customers. I've moved $10,000 in revenue of product through eBay, or I've earned top seller on eBay, whatever it is. I also am a business student finishing my degree, whatever it is. I hold whatever marketing sale, whatever it is. I have so much feedback on eBay. I have a reseller. This is specific. I can't tell you what's impressive for you as a person, but this is something that you should probably work on, is framing, even if you don't change anything about yourself. No, you need to be able to sell yourself with a sentence or two. You need to be able to know what's impressive about you and at least be able to say what you do and why you're trusted in 1 or 2 sentences. In business, we call this the unique value proposition. Know why people go with you. I sell, I move this much money, and I also am an expert because, every Saturday I run a One Piece tournament over in, Nevada, whatever it is, right? I understand the value of long-term partnerships and reliable vendors. Even if now's not the right time, I'd love to open a line of communication for when I reach a scale that fits your program. And you can reword any of this the way you see fit. Thanks so much for reading. Your full name, your business name, your storefront, the website, emails, links to whatever. And that's what that's going to look like. And if you're really early, you might want to lead with your plan going forward. But I'm going to be real with you, this probably won't work for a lot of you. Without the credibility, without the big numbers, without something that's actually impressive, this is just words on a screen. When I don't have distro access, and because I don't have TCG access yet, I'm still considering myself here. When I don't have distro access yet, it's my job to get those numbers up. It's my job to become credible so those words on the screen look better. I want my business to do so well and the numbers to be so stupid that distro would feel stupid saying no. That's what I want. So although I'm sharing this email with you, honestly, your job right now should probably be to beef up your numbers, to get the sales, to get faster sales, to get better customer service, and learn the ropes as a new seller until this email would actually look impressive. Your real focus shouldn't be on building the perfect email. Your real focus right now should be on building proof that you're here to stay. I want to signal to my distro that I don't need their handouts to build my business, that I can build systems that work. I want to be able to show them a stack of receipts, not a stack of excuses.